My topic is simple. The Bible says that God hates Esau. The Bible says God hates Esau. The reason I'm doing this video is because when I was, every time I think about it, when they pull up on you, let's say like if you out in the streets teaching the Bible, teaching and waking your people up, somebody out there call the so-called white man, call the police, so-called white man. They come out there and they lie to the police. Now, yeah, they'll lie to the so-called white man. They'll lie to Esau, and Esau is alone with them, and say that you was harassing people. And that's the thing that the so-called white man will get you with. They will use that. That basically, when you tell the truth, they try to manipulate it with throwing they're gonna throw that word in there to try to indicate is to you is to destroy the truth and to destroy everything to try to make you look stupid. That's the logic, the slick or the con game that the white man use. You know what I'm saying? But the best way is to really to defeat the enemy is to turn around and expose him in his face for what the hell, for what the fuck he is. You see what I'm saying? You have to expose those type of people to their face. Let them know what they're doing and make them aware that you know what they're doing. They'll throw certain words in there and try to say harassment or you harassing customers because we know that that is a common word that they use, and that's a powerful word that can be used against you, is to stop you from whatever you doing, whether you telling the truth or not. Somehow when they throw that word in there, harass, everybody know automatically, everybody takes that really seriously, right? You see what I'm saying? They do. It's just like if somebody make an accusation, and which Esau and them, they brought all that up. They make an accusation and say that, like if like the word rape. We know that people not gonna respond too fast. Say he stole my so and so. They don't usually give you, although they will, according to us, they will give us time or give our people time for a piece of bubble gum. They don't give a damn. Now, if you're a so-called white person, see, that's the white privilege that they get. The so-called white boy or the white man, white woman can sit there and they can talk to you any kind of talk to the so-called white. They can talk to their people any kind of way. More than likely, they're not gonna get the same sentence as a so-called black person, so-called person of color. No, they not. Anything, if you're not fully 100% Caucasian, let's not play with words. We know this to be a reality. You gonna get treated differently. Now we know according to God, it's not about color, but like I mentioned about the thing rape and all that kind of stuff. We know that people, when it come down to something like that, people will believe the dumbfounded person will believe that. They will follow it. Oh, okay. Like if you say, well, that person was attempting to steal the piece of bubble gum, a piece of candy I had on the table, even if they don't have no proof you did it, they not gonna pay it much attention. But if you say something like, "Oh, this person tried to rape my so and so," which that's what Esau and them does, the raping and all that kind of stuff. It's in their DNA. It's in their gene. It's in the. I mean, excuse me, not. It's in their DNA. That's what they do. If you say something about that type of thing, if you say something about that, more than likely they're going to take that a little bit seriously and they're going to believe it, even though if they don't see it. The word harassment is a lot just like that word. Like the word they throw the word rape in there because they feel like if a person say something like that, they'll believe that quicker because that That's a number one. That's like committing a felony or whatever. It's the one of the worst you could ever commit. The same thing with the word harass. If you call somebody up and a woman call the special woman, they do it. They call up and say, this guy was harassing me. I was harassing this and that and the third. Now, over here in America, by being a female, they're going to respond quicker. Let's just say if a guy said the same thing, if it was reversed, and if it was a man saying he was being harassed by another female or something like that, more than likely they might, if he get on the phone and say he was harassed by a female or just being harassed in general to anybody, most of the people in that conversation gonna laugh at it. They might even say that he was a coward for even saying something like that. And then what? It's like people gonna make light of it, or they might make a, yeah, that's the right word to use. They gonna make light of it. Oh man, maybe she was just having a bad day or something like that. But if you reverse that and say, oh, a man tried to harass me, pew, everybody gonna jump on it. You're gonna see people going to get knives, guns, everything. Where in the hell is so and so at? He did this to my daughter. He did this to my whatever. You see what I'm saying? Now, I went through all those characteristics just to say this here. If you take the word harassment and put it in the equation and say I've been harassed, more than likely, if they get a call from a store stating that some people own a store property outside, even though we're doing nothing but preaching the Bible. Let's say we're speaking on the Bible, speaking and teaching our people who they are. Now, they gonna more likely, they not gonna say they teaching the people who they are, because that's too much like right? It's to wake people up and bring them back to their nationality, their original language, their original diet, their original everything, their original exercise, their diet, their everything. You see what I'm saying? Now, when it come down to righteousness, people gonna lie on you. The devil gonna accuse you, and who is the author of accusing people? The devil. Who is the origin of the devil? The so-called white man. The reason why we say that is because the devil means to deceive. Now, if you throw that word harass in there, people they gonna come to the scene really quick. You see what I'm saying? Because that is a powerful word. You see what I'm saying? They're not going to say there's an argument between two people out here. These people here is arguing with these people in the Bible. These people is trying to show people their nationality. You know damn well Esau is not going to when it comes to righteousness and doing right. They're not going to tell the so-called white man that lies to the other so-called white man, their counterparts or whatever. They're not going to go out there and say, well, they was trying to teach people their nationality and this and that and the third. They're trying to wake their people up, and some of the people got mad and they lied and said it was harassment. No, they're not going to do that. They're going to make it seem like the other way around, harassment. That's the only word they're going to throw in there. So the best way is to expose the devil, the enemy, the so-called white man, is to repeat back to them from point A to point Z and in the middle of what the hell they're doing. Make sure you go all the way down and go through all of the whole process with them, and make sure you tell them everything and make them aware of who they are and expose their ass and speak it real plain, break everything down, make sure it resonate with their spirit, break it down so plain and so powerful to the point to where it would when you telling them, it's gonna stick to them and it's gonna resonate with their ass, and they're gonna know, well, this shit resonates what he's saying. That we using and throwing this word harass up in there is because we want to that would be a powerful word to use, even though they innocent. We're going to use this word harass is to destroy the logic of the truth that they're trying to bring out, just to get their ass off the streets. or just to get our asses off the streets from preaching and teaching the Bible, from preaching and teaching that our people, we are the real Jews, according to the curses in the Bible, and you know, having all the single parent household and stuff like that. The so-called white man, they're not going to push that agenda. They're not going to push that agenda. The only agenda that they're going to push is lies, and lie after lie after lie. They're going to tell lie after lie. They're going the whole truth just ain't gonna be nowhere in that. It ain't gonna be no justice for the truth at all, because they don't believe in the truth. They don't believe in justice. They don't believe in none of that. They don't subscribe to being right. It's not about being right over here in America. It's not about being right. It's everything is all about injustice and lies and deceit. This is all, and the only thing that Esau is going to promote when it comes to his kingdom. His kingdom is based upon lies. And our people can't see that. They can't. Revelation 12 and verse 10. Let's read that. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength, and the kingdom of our God, talking about the Israelites, and the power of his Christ, for the accuser of our brother is cast down, which accuses them, not all, which accuses them before our God day and night. That means the devil is the author of confusion. He's the author of accusing. He's the author of lies. Lies means they want to accuse you of something. Lies, if you tell a lie, that's those lies and accusing somebody, they cousins. They all kin. So all those words is they work. They are in that together. You see what I'm saying? So when they throw that word harassment in there, the word harassment is used for a reason. You see what I'm saying? Because the word harassment knocks out no matter what you say. When you throw the word harass in there, everybody's gonna follow that word and go along with what they say when it comes to all you gotta do is just throw harassment in there. Whether you was right or whatever. It doesn't matter whether you was speaking facts, speaking truth, any of that. When the so-called white men come on the scene, they don't give a damn about our culture. They don't give a damn about our nationality. They don't care. They don't care nothing about whether he was telling the truth or not. All they care about is their people throw the lie in there and said something about harassment. Once you throw that word harassment in there, everything else is going to be eradicated. They're going to take that word harass. And so when they come on the scene and say that we got a complaint against you because you out here, they say you was preaching the Bible, I understand, but we got complaints, we got customers complaining and saying they are being harassed as they going in the store and you're being harassed. And that is the main word that the so-called white man would use, is to destroy and debunk what you're saying. You see what I'm saying? And they think they just have all of the white privileges is to come and grab you and put handcuffs and all that shit on you and all that kind of stuff. When you see what I'm saying? They think they can just come up to us and do that. But they don't have no right is to do nothing like that. But they come around. That's what they come with. And a lot of our people ain't nothing but sell our fucking Uncle Toms to their ass. And the so-called white man knows that. And they laugh at that. And they glad. They literally sit back and they laugh and they make fun of our people for that. And our people can't see that. They do. Something just told me to speak on this here. You know? Something told me to speak on it. Let's go to Hosea. And I'm going to back up what I just said. Hosea chapter 7 and verse 3. They make the king glad with their wickedness and the princes with their lies. That's what I just said. Let's write that in Hosea chapter 7 and verse 3. They make the king glad with their wickedness and the princes with their lies. Verse 4. Hold on, wait a minute. Let me get okay. Verse 4. They are all adulterers, as an oven heated, heated by the baker, who's ceased from raising after he had kneeled the dough until it be leave. In the day of our king, the princes have made him sick with bottles of wine. He stretches out his hand with with sorcery. Okay, for they have made ready their heart like an oven while they lie in wait. Their baker sleepeth all the night. In the morning, it burns as a flaming fire. Okay, now the Bible says in Hosea 7 and verse 4, 3, Hosea 7 and 3, they make the king glad with their wickedness and the princes with their lies. See, and I'm gonna show you, and let me go to let's go to Malachi. Let's go to Malachi. The Bible says in Malachi chapter 1, verse 1, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Michael. I have loved you, said the Lord. Ye say, where hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother? Said the Lord, yet I loved Jacob, and I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his inheritance wasted for the dragon of the wilderness. Now, what did I just read in Hosea chapter 7 and verse 3? They make the king glad with their wickedness and the princes with their lies. And that's the reason why God hates Esau. You see what I'm saying? Why did he hate Esau? Let's go to, they make the king glad with their wickedness and the princes with their lies. Let's go to Proverbs and break that down. Something just told me is to speak on it. Let's go to Proverbs 6 and 16. Proverbs 6 and verse 16. Proverbs 6 and 16. The Bible says, these 6 things does the Lord hate, yet 7 are an abomination unto him. A proud look. A lot of people, especially our women, they have a proud look. They look at you, and our people, when they hate you, they look at you with a demonic, evil, proud look, like they better than you. A lying tongue. Now, did we just say they make the king glad with their wickedness and the princes with their lies in Hosea chapter 7 and verse 3? They make the king glad with their wickedness and the princes with their lies. And the Most High says, a proud look, a lying tongue, and hands that shed innocent blood, and heart that devise wicked imagination, feet that be swift to run to mischievous, a false witness. That's another thing God hate. God hate gossipers. God hate people that sit up on the phone all damn day and just gossip about another damn person. The Most High said he hates that. And the Most High tell us to separate ourselves from that type of shit. It says, a false witness that speaketh lies, and he that soweth discord among brethren. That means people that go around and stir up confusion amongst their own people. You see what I'm saying? The Most High said all this shit come from Esau, the so-called white man. The so-called white man is the devil on the planet. And the word devil just simply means is to deceive. That's Revelation 20, verse 10. The Bible said, and the devil that deceived them was cast into a lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophets are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and forever. That means until that person is completely consumed or burnt to ashes. Okay? And the devil that deceived them was cast into a lake of fire. Let's look up the word deceive. The Bible said the devil that deceived them. Let's look at let's look up the definition of deceive. What is the definition of deceive? What is the definition of deceive?
Here's the definition of deceive of a person, cause someone to believe something that is not true, typically in order to gain some personal advantage.
Yeah, it means just what it says. A person or cause someone to believe something that is not true. They convince somebody is to accept something that's not true. Let's go to I think that's Second Peter. I think it's Second Peter. Yeah, Second Peter, chapter 2, and verse 18. But when they speak great swelling words of vanity, they allure through the lust of the flesh. Okay, let me put this thing. All right, y'all. I'll be back. I'm gonna put this thing on mute, but I'm gonna close it out because of music.